Well then, what do we make of that? It's a very strange game. It felt like a proper end of season match. And actually, it was a lot closer than we probably expected. I think a lot of Spurs fans expected us to go out there and trounce Southampton. Southampton, who are now officially relegated after that result, as it ends 3-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yes, we didn't keep a clean sheet even against Southampton. But I think it's one of those games, I've been quite negative about Spurs over the last couple of weeks. But again, it's a game that we just had to get out of the way, get maybe some momentum from it, if possible, and then go again. And it's all about Thursday, which I'll be addressing towards the end of the video. That's what matters right now for Ange Postecoglou to possibly save his job, even though I'm not sure he will be able to do that. But yeah, before we go any further and deep dive into this game, and it's going to be actually a struggle to think of what to talk about really, because it was a bit lacklustre, to say the least, even with 3 goals. But, as I say, before we go any further, if you are new to the Sonny Talk Spurs YouTube channel and you're just discovering me now, then get down below in the comments. Let me know what you thought of it, any key takings from it. We will have a good discussion. As soon as this video goes live, I will be in the comment section. But also, leave your likes, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because it will let you know when I've gone live in instances such as this, as our season comes towards its end. But yeah, 3-1 on the score sheet. But yeah, it was a bit, I can't really sum it up in words, but just nothing to really give me the energy that we can go into that Thursday game against Frankfurt and put on a good display. I mean, I think we made Southampton look quite good, especially in that second half. But it started quite strongly. Spurs were on the front foot. Brennan Johnson grabbed a brace. 2 really well-worked goals, I will say that. Some good assists in there from James Maddison and Djed Spence. Proper powerful shot for the first one. Then a nice little finish as well. Johnson, it's what he does. It's his bread and butter. And we want to see more from him and doing more of that in the big games, going at attackers. He is good at that stereotypical Ange Postecoglou goal, back post Brennan, we seem to call him. But we want to see more, especially in the other games where, push comes to shove, like this Frankfurt game. It's going to be one of those ones where he's going to have to really have a go at their fullbacks and use his pace to open up the defences of Frankfurt, etc., and really be important, because again in this game, Solanke, I didn't see much of him on the ball at all. I actually thought he suffered, and it's that creation where I'm like, where does Solanke actually fit into an Ange Postecoglou system? I feel like we'd be able to get more out of Solanke in a different style of play, hence why I've held Ange Postecoglou to account. I actually did a video, you should go and check it out after this, about Ange Postecoglou and all the reaction from the Chelsea game. So really interesting what has been said in the last week about him, so go and check that out afterwards. But there was also the massive controversy during this game, and I'm going to start this with a question. Guys, tell me you've had enough of VAR. VAR is just making the game so sterile and satirizing it into just nothingness. It's such more of a boring watch with VAR. We were sold the dream of VAR, weren't we? That it was going to be, not interfere, not, really be involved and only in those key decisions. But now, again, it was the same on Thursday against Chelsea. 4 to 5 minutes checking if a goal's offside. 4 to 5 minutes checking about fouls. The Lucas Bergal goal is a pretty good goal, and the offside is so narrow. Next week, we've got semi-automated offsides coming into the Premier League on April 12th. We bloody need it. These officials need it. It's ridiculous. Some of the uses of VAR have been a disgrace. You're going to have to let me know, what did you make of this yet again? And what do you make of VAR in football? I think it's an absolute joke. And it's ruining the game. I don't know how they fix it. I think VAR is still a great thing and it can work, but the people using it are useless. Absolutely useless. But yeah, enough of that. But the second half, that's where it became frustrating, because even if you look at the stats, we had 13 shots, 8 on target, 51% possession. Southampton have 12 shots, 4 on target, 49% possession. So there wasn't much in it at all. And Southampton, that sums up their season. they looked all right and they still lose 3-1. Juric having the same problems as Russell Martin. They're just poor. They're just really poor. One of the worst teams to play in the Premier League. Got some okay individuals. I mean, Tyler Dibling's been linked with Tottenham, but today he did not look like a £100 million player. But yeah, they get their goal late on, and it's a good finish. I mean, the defending is poor. I think it was, I can't remember the winger's name, Sugawara or something like that. Crosses it to Fernandes, and Fernandes, he had all the time in the world, and just, we cannot keep clean sheets. When will we ever keep a clean sheet ever again? It just baffles me. And then, weirdly, and I want to get your guys' opinions on this. Brennan Johnson, we get a penalty late on, and Brennan Johnson isn't allowed to take it. I don't know what happened there. Brennan Johnson on a hat-trick as well. They give it to Mathys Tel, which, Mathys Tel, he needs all the help he can get at the moment. Some goals. First goal in the Premier League for him. Maybe it's a morale thing. Maybe he's going to be used against Frankfurt. But yeah, considering we went for... This was quite a strong team. Minus, obviously, Kulusevski's still injured. And, we didn't play Mickey van der Ven, which I think was a sensible choice as well. But... yeah, it was a weird game, and then 3-1, as I say, it didn't feel like it was a 3-1 game, but we just got to put that to one side. And now, speaking of the all-important Frankfurt game, obviously I still think Ange Postecoglou's getting sacked, whatever. I'm still adamant on that. I still don't want him to be Tottenham boss even after today. Who cares? It's Southampton. But Frankfurt is that make and break. Can we do it? I don't know. I don't like the way that we've got the home leg first and the away leg next. But we've got to go into Thursday. Strongest team possible. All guns blazing. We've got Wolves at the weekend. Doesn't matter. We're safe now. But it's literally not going to happen. So we need to go out there, put on a good display, and show Frankfurt what we're made of. Everyone's got to be firing on all cylinders. Son, Solanke, Johnson, Maddison in particular. Those creation. And then there's... defence has got to be strong. Obviously, it was a bit of a mix around today. Ben Davies playing instead of Van der Ven, but hopefully they will be better. And Vicario on top form in goal, hopefully. But I can't really see it. I probably might do a video this week ahead of that game, doing it as more of a preview sort of thing. But yeah, it's a strange one going into that because I think they said it on the commentary that I was watching. It's a quarter-final still. There's still, a fair few games. You've got 2 more games here, another 2 games in the semi, and then 1 game in the final. And this feels like the final already. We're out of every other cup competition. Ange Postecoglou is putting his eggs all in this basket. You saw it today. I think the players went into second gear on purpose. Don't think any of them wanted to get injured. They were just really being conservative in their approach, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, that's what I think about it, and God knows what's going to happen. But yeah, let me know what you thought of that game in the comments down below. What are your predictions ahead of Frankfurt as well? Leave your likes. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And until... I'll be doing a reaction to the Frankfurt game. I'll probably do a video that will go out on Tuesday as well. If you've got any ideas or stuff you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments down below. It probably will be a generic preview, like the biggest game in Ange Postecoglou's career or whatever. But yeah, let me know if you've got any ideas. But until then, have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.